Hello everybody, I'm Arlo White and this is the CenturyLink Scouting Report on SoundersFC.com. The playoffs are finally here. Real Salt Lake will be the opponents in the Western Conference semi-final. 2 games, one at Rio Tinto Stadium on Saturday, the return November the 2nd, Wednesday at CenturyLink Field. Whoever scores the most goals over 180 minutes of soccer will progress through to the Western Conference final. Now both sides have enjoyed success at each other's stadiums this year. That could be significant, but Real Salt Lake did not end the regular season well without a win in their final 6 games. But like Seattle, they have an array of attacking talent to call upon. Javier Morales, Alvaro Saborio and Fabian Espindola, 3 big attacking threats for Real Salt Lake. Now Morales is back and you'll remember he suffered a really bad ankle injury against Chivas in May, reminiscent of Steve Zakuani's injury so early in the season for the Seattle Sounders. But Morales is back. He returned on September the 28th against Chicago and he has started the last 4 games. He plays in behind the front 2 of Saborio and Espindola, so let's check out what the Argentine is capable of. This is from the 4-1 defeat of the LA Galaxy earlier in the season at Rio Tinto Stadium. Throwing on the far side for Real Salt Lake, David Beckham isn't really paying attention here. Look at what Javier Morales does next as we play it on. He disappears. Where's he gone, says David. Super quick throw in taken. That's a fantastic goal into the top corner. Great awareness, technical ability, football brain. David Beckham completely lost Javier Morales there. This is the return game. Morales is the set-piece taker. This is a month or so ago. Fabian Espindola with an excellent header. It was a game that LA eventually won by 2-1, but Morales to Espindola on set-pieces needs to be watched. And against Portland last week, Espindola sets up a goal for Saborio here. This is a super ball over the top. What vision by Espindola. Saborio, the Costa Rican. That's a lovely finish past Troy Perkins and into the net in a game that ended 1-1. Super teamwork by those 3 attacking players who are very capable. So Morales plays in that hole behind the front 2 of Espindola and Saborio. They are a very dangerous trio. Between the 2 strikers, they've scored 39 goals and provided 11 assists over the past 2 seasons. Real Salt Lake went to the Red Bull Arena on September the 21st full of confidence. They won 3-1, it was a 5th consecutive victory and they were really putting pressure on the Sounders for that 2nd spot in the Western Conference in behind the LA Galaxy. Since then the wheels have come off a little bit. No wins in their final 6 regular season games. They lost 4 of them and they conceded 13 goals. Normally such a rock-solid defence for Real Salt Lake, and at times, to be honest, they haven't helped themselves. This is against Chicago, already a goal down early on in the piece, and look at this from captain Carl Beckerman. Loses his head, loses the plot, headbutts Daniel Palladini, a red card, look at that, straight into Palladini's chin, a 3-game ban. Real Salt Lake lost this game by 3-0. This is at Vancouver. Free kick comes in, look out for Colin Warner here as the ball goes towards the goal. Deliberate handball by Warner, he kept the ball out of the net and he gets a red card. And he's off the field, and it was another 3-0 defeat for Real Salt Lake, once again not helping themselves. Add to that, remember Tony Beltran sent off in the first half for 2 yellow cards at CenturyLink Field. RSL got away with that because John Kennedy Hurtado later on in the half received a really soft red card. Look, Seattle would dearly love to play 180 minutes or so against 10 men. Jason Kreis will be hoping that his team can keep their heads for the 2 legs. Nat Borchers and Jamerson Olave, 2 behemoths at centre-back for Real Salt Lake, are normally rock solid. In the last few games in this winless run of 6 matches, the team have conceded 13 goals, and in their last 5 together, the team have conceded 9. It's very uncharacteristic of Real Salt Lake, and I've noticed recently, just a couple of times, when Nat Borchers has been dragged out of position. This is against Chicago, September the 28th. We've got Nat Borchers here, we've got Dominic Aduro here, and we've got Marco Papa here. We'll play it on, because look what happens. Dominic Aduro is going to make a run. There he goes. We'll pause it just there. Borchers has gone with him, and that creates this lane here for Marco Papa to expose the Real Salt Lake defence. We'll just play it on. The yard is absolutely crucial. Look at Borchers as he tries to slide and prevent that through ball from going through to Marco Papa. He can't do it, and that was the first goal of a hat-trick for the Guatemalan in this game. Earlier this month, the Home Depot Centre, a 2-1 defeat to the LA Galaxy. David Beckham is here, Nat Borchers is here, about to disappear out of your screen. Let's play it on. Beckham spotted Chad Barrett running here, and we'll pause it just there. Look, Nat Borchers has been sucked in. He's bitten once again. There's no need for him to come into this situation. His defensive midfielder is just in front of him. We'll play it on. There's a gap behind Nat Borchers. Barrett will take advantage, and he somehow gets all the way to the goal between Olave and Rimondo and puts the ball in the back of the net to equalise. They eventually won that game by 2-1. DC United at RFK Stadium. Dwayne De Rosario here. Nat Borchers here. Andy Najar at the top of your screen. Look what's happened again to Borchers. He's been sucked into the midfield. Dwayne De Rosario has spotted the opportunity. We'll play it on. Look at this. Look at how out of position Nat Borchers is. Andy Najar speeds through and gives DC United a valuable lead. They went on to win, as I say, by 4-1. Another example of Borchers just being dragged, sucked into the midfield. He's biting too early. Seattle Sounders, top scorers in Major League Soccer this year with 56. They play the free-flowing football. They have the skilled technicians to take advantage of any lapses positionally, tactically by Nat Borchers and his fellow RSL defenders. Kick-off at Rio Tinto Stadium on Saturday is 7 o'clock Pacific time. The match is live on Fox Soccer. I'll have the call on News Talk 97.3 Cairo FM. Matt Johnson with the pre-game show on air at 6:30. I do hope you've got some nails left by next Thursday morning and that the Sounders have progressed through to the Western Conference Final for the first time in franchise history. It's going to be very, very exciting. That was your CenturyLink scouting report for SoundersFC.com. I'm Arlo White.